This is part 5, y'all. But yeah, why would you want to even be anywhere near this man? But the crazy part is that these people, like the world is drinking the Esau's Kool-Aid, drinking of that cup, right? That wicked Kool-Aid that he giving everybody, that everybody can't seem to shake. They got a whole blindfold. But look, the nations, they're starting to shake that off. But you know, the mass majority of people, these zombies out here, they're still trying to follow and live their life such as his, right? Unbeknownst to them that, you know, this man, I don't think people really know the atrocities he's committed, because they don't see it on an everyday basis. Like when you go to these museums, that's like a weekend, once a year, probably once every 5 to 10 year thing that you will do, right? To go and check this out. It ain't like you going and you doing this every week and every day you going to see something like this to remind you of what this man has done amongst the world. You know that. Like these, you know, people, I don't think they really even, they have grasped what he has done. The amount of bloodshed, the amount of, you know what I mean, trauma that he's inflicted.
With a sense of loss. Most Nigerians will never see them.
Exactly. The generations of British children who've grown up.
And look, the Benin might be Jake's. Let me look it up. Benin people origin. It says Edo, so if it was, I thought it said Igbo. I said, oh snap! In West Africa, oh yeah, this got to be us. Yup, this is us, y'all. They're Jakes, and this is why they took this history, yo. It makes sense now. It says the history of the Benin since the 16th century for the geographical area included 1960 in what was called the Republic of Dahomey. Yup. Before becoming the People's Republic of Benin. Like the Dahomey tribes where the women were the warriors and all of that, right? Those was Jakes. Those were Jakes. But it says the Republic of Benin derives its name from one of the most pre-colonial West African kingdoms, the Kingdom of Benin, which was centered in present-day Benin City, now located in Nigeria. According to some historians, the name Benin is a Portuguese rendering of the Issaquiri word Abanawa, meaning seat of royalty. This got to be either Judah, Benjamin, or Levi, which referred to the kingdom's capital. The term Abanawa, and that this sound like Abanawa, like our father. And then he said rendering of the Issaquiri word Abanawa, meaning seat of royalty, but Abanawa means our father. But they, of course, they didn't spell it the same way. They spelled it Awu Banawa. But as they made itself stem from a combination of the Yoruba word Aba, Oba, meaning king, and it says, and Beni, the self-designation of the Edo people. Other sources suggest Benin originated from the Yoruba phrase Al Ibunu, meaning land of disputes, possibly alluding to internal conflicts within the kingdom. A further hypothesis posits that Beni may derive from the Arab Bani, meaning sons of, and that's what I was just thinking, sons of Benjamin. That's what it sounded like they wanted to say. Before 1975, the country was known as Dahomey, which we know the Dahomey tribes go back to Israel, a name referring one of the major historical kingdoms in the region. According to the political authorities at the time, this name was considered inappropriate for a multi-ethnic state, and it referred primarily to one of the country's major ethnic groups, right? Pygmies, yeah. Yep, these are Jake's too. Remnants of whom are still found in a part of Central Africa. These early populations lived in scattered clans, eventually disappeared from West Africa through gradual assimilation with larger stature groups migrating from neighboring regions, particularly in the vast Sahara. Right. So the genetic studies, this is what I was looking for, right? A 2015 study by Lar Massol investigated the paternal genetic landscape of population along the Bight of Benin. So the paternal is from the father, I believe, right? Because the paternity, yeah. Focusing and maternal is from the mother. Focusing on 4 groups from present-day Benin: the Fan, Yoruba, Bariba, and Dendi. We already know these are all Israelite groups, especially the Yoruba. Alright. It says using Y chromosomal markers, the research revealed significant genetic diversity among these populations, reflecting complex historical migration and interaction. Yeah, this is Israel when they during the diaspora, because remember we had to leave our land. In Matthew 24, Yahushua warned us that, you know, if you see armies surpassing and putting their strongholds against Israel, building those strongholds around them, about to invade, then to leave. Don't go back to your homes. Don't, if you at your workplace, leave there and leave out that mud. And there was only some of us that did, but majority of us didn't even listen. They got slaughtered by the Romans. And it says the study found that the Beninese Yoruba exhibit notable genetic differentiations not only from neighboring groups but also from the Yoruba in Nigeria, suggesting distinct paternal lineages and historical developments. This diversity underscores the intricate demographic history of the region, shaped by migration events and cultural exchanges. So yeah, they're Jake. So it would make sense why this is what happened to them as well. And then the reason why I kind of put it together, because when I seen the first guy, I was like, I don't know, because he ain't really had no beard on his face. Because, you know, Jake, that's a marker to know who Jake is that beard. But I'm looking at him, I'm like, yeah, he definitely has a beard. He just shaves it and he cuts the corners of his beard.
The Benin bronzes come at the expense of generations of Nigerians who haven't. And again, this is just one example of so many. And whenever the...
Hold on, let me check the time, y'all. So look, this part 5, I'm gonna start at part 6 now, y'all.